Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Postal workers at Canada Post are poised to discover the outcome of a vote on a new tentative agreement, potentially concluding more than 2 years of labor disputes. Members of the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, CUPW, approximately 55,000 strong, have been casting ballots since April 20 on a proposed 5-year contract. This deal includes wage increases of 6.5% in the first year and 3% in the second. While about 60% of the union's board has endorsed the collective agreement, emphasizing its job security provisions, the union president has publicly urged members to reject it, arguing it rolls back workers' rights and compensation. Both Canada Post and CUPW agreed to refrain from strikes or lockouts during the ratification process. Concurrently, employees are also voting to authorize a strike mandate, a precautionary measure should the tentative deal be rejected. This development comes as Canada Post reported a pre-tax loss of $205 million in the first quarter of the year, as it continues efforts to reform its services. This report is from the Canadian Press. Canadian researchers have developed an innovative AI tool designed to identify harmful algae blooms by analyzing satellite imagery. This groundbreaking technology, backed by funding from the Canadian Space Agency, holds the potential to revolutionize environmental monitoring and safeguard public health. The AI system is capable of distinguishing various types of algae, including cyanobacteria, which are known to produce toxins detrimental to both human and animal well-being. By providing early warnings of dangerous algal growth, this tool aims to support local communities, indigenous groups, and governmental bodies in effectively managing vital water resources and enabling rapid responses to potential environmental threats. This report is from the Canadian Press. A confidential document from Public Safety Canada reveals concerns that data collected by advanced electric vehicles, particularly those manufactured in China, could possess significant intelligence value for foreign adversaries. This data, if compromised, could be exploited to track individuals or conduct surveillance on sensitive locations. The memo, obtained by the Canadian Press through an Access to Information request, highlights that while companies in Canada must adhere to federal and provincial privacy laws, the national security laws of some countries, such as China, could compel manufacturers to share data with their governments. This risk is exacerbated when data is transmitted through or stored in foreign jurisdictions with less stringent data protection frameworks. The document emphasizes that individuals should carefully consider the cybersecurity and privacy implications of all connected devices they purchase. Transport Canada, in collaboration with other government bodies and international partners, is actively developing guidance and regulatory standards, including Canada's Vehicle Cybersecurity Guidance from March 2020, to address these evolving threats in the automotive sector and beyond. The Canadian Press reports that Canada Post workers are awaiting the results of a ballot that will determine if they have a new tentative 5-year agreement, aiming to resolve a labor dispute spanning more than 2 years. Approximately 55,000 members of the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, CUPW, began voting on April 20th. The proposed contract includes wage increases of 6.5% in the first year and 3% in the second. While the union's board endorsed the deal, the union's president controversially urged members to reject it, arguing it would roll back existing rights and compensation. Concurrently, employees also cast ballots to authorize a strike mandate, providing leverage should the tentative agreement be rejected. During the ratification vote, both parties agreed to a moratorium on strikes or lockouts. This development comes as Canada Post reported a $205 million loss before taxes in the first quarter of the year, highlighting the company's ongoing financial challenges and restructuring efforts. The Canadian Press provides a roundup of today's top stories. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to detail his government's plan to combat anti-Semitism and hate in Canada, following a significant rise in anti-Semitic incidents in 2025. Concurrently, a federal document reveals concerns that data from advanced electric vehicles could pose intelligence risks if accessed by adversaries. In labor news, Canada Post workers await the results of their vote on a new 5-year contract, while CPKC Rail signals workers have gone on strike, prompting the company to implement contingency plans. Finally, the series Heated Rivalry made history at the Canadian Screen Awards, securing 16 wins including Best Drama, with star Hudson Williams accepting the Best Lead Performer award. The CBC and Netflix series North of North also performed well with 9 wins. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.